Bonjour Paris, c'est une matinée ensoleillée mais fraîche ici, dans la capitale de l'amour. J'espère que vous avez tous bien commencé la journée et que vous êtes plein d'énergie pour ce qui vous attend.
I've been on the road for about a week. For 5 days I drove from Berlin south until I finally arrived here, on Bicaros, a small beautiful town near the west coast. And once again I notice how peaceful and quiet life is in the countryside. I'm surrounded by beautiful things. And there's this incredible feeling. Freedom. I think most people would describe it as the freedom to do whatever they feel like doing, but freedom means something else to me at the moment. For me, freedom means not having to do what I don't feel like doing. I alone decide which step I take next. Instead of asking, which way are we going, I have no choice but to say, think about which way is the best and then take it. And I love it. But freedom comes with a price. Because not having to restrict yourself also means not having anyone you could possibly restrict yourself for. There's no one to share the wonderful moments with. No one to listen when things go wrong. No one to help me if I take the wrong path and get lost. But being alone doesn't necessarily mean being lonely. It's pretty simple. Being alone is nothing more than the physical absence of others. Being lonely, on the other hand, refers to the mental. The longer I think about whether it was the right decision to travel alone, the clearer it becomes. Yes. Because that's exactly the point. Only being alone has enabled me to think more deeply about this reality. How valuable.
Okay, I'm gonna go surfing now. Waves are way too high, so let's hope I don't die. Let's go. I almost died. I wasn't that bad, but it's very high waves. I took one, the smaller one.
A few days have passed. Meanwhile, I flew back to Germany to take my last exam. But now I'm back in Mimiso. There really isn't much to do here, which I didn't like at first. But the longer I'm here, the better I feel about it. Maybe it's not about the objectively beautiful things, the most unusual cities, the most spectacular sunsets and all that. Maybe it's about the little things that we experience so often in everyday life and yet miss out on. The things that we only use in order to achieve other things. I don't know why, but there's something peaceful about this thought. Maybe it is about the little moments. But with that, it isn't sad that the big moments can't be wonderful as well. It was on the border between France and Spain, where I was about to make one of the most breathtaking experiences of my life. Not just in a figurative sense. The Pyrenees. A place like this is difficult to describe, so I'd better let the recordings speak for themselves. Even the most beautiful moments come to an end, and so does my journey, or at least this first chapter of my journey. My original intention was to find out whether I could cope on my own, but in the end what I really found out was that life will never leave you completely alone.